Recently, I picked up these, I guess, skins to accessorize my cameras because, well, Sony cameras just come in really most of the time one color, and I thought it'd be kind of fun to go ahead and accessorize them because it never hurts to have a little bit of color in your life. See, personally, I don't like to mess around too much with my cameras. I've never really done this where I essentially put any skins on any of my cameras before, but I thought it'd be kind of cool to test them out because I've had these cameras for a while and I love them a lot. And to be honest, I saw these skins that just look cool with the color, and I'm just gonna put them on there to see if it's worth it or not. In case you were wondering to get some of these kind of like skins accessories for your cameras in the future, if it's gonna damage your camera or not, we'll find out together. So the first thing I'm gonna do is just go ahead and try to clean up the cameras as much as possible, because my assumption is that I'm gonna have to obviously take away as much of the dust and everything so that it looks as smooth as possible when you put it on. So might as well go for that. They do give you a QR code right there, and in a bit I'm gonna try to get it to just see what information they might have for me to make it easier for me to put it on. But first things first is time to clean it up. Now that I have these pretty much cleaned up as much as possible that I can do right now, I'm gonna go ahead and start kind of putting these out to see how it'll start looking and see the process to put it all together so that it looks as nice as possible and hopefully it'll look cool. So I went ahead and got it all set up so that I can just follow along a little bit with the video to know what goes around. They give you the QR code. Yeah, so I'm gonna see how it works out with everything just to see how to put it on and kind of follow along with the diagram a little bit as much as possible. So we'll see if I can figure it out on my own or not, or if I have to really resolve to using this, but it's nice that they gave you that option. And obviously I didn't say this in the beginning, but they're not sponsoring this. That's why I haven't even said anything about what company it is, but yeah, just something I got on my own money. So I thought it'd be kind of interesting to see if it looks cool or not. So we're gonna start with the A7 IV first. So we're gonna try to really clean this up as much as possible and kind of go with, I guess, seeing what we need. We got a little toolkit that I added just to kind of make life easier to peel things off. So this looks like it's part of the area over here of the camera. So we're gonna go ahead and try to start taking stuff off and put it on there as much as possible. For this part, I'm just gonna kind of speed up the area because highly doubt it's going to be entertaining to see every little detail of this, because even I wouldn't want to see somebody just go ahead and do it too much like that. But I'll put a little bit up here and there so you can see how it's kind of coming along slowly but surely, but don't want to bore you to death. So, you know, YouTube magic and everything in between. Well, I'm done with the first one with the A7 IV. It looks pretty cool, a little bit different. Have to kind of like make sure everything looks like kind of pushed down right, but so far so cool. So it should be kind of cool that it's pretty much done and good and ready to go to be able to use it this way. I mean, it feels different in the hand right now because I'm so used to the type of grip that it had. It does feel a little bit slipperier with this, so I just have to get used to it, to be honest. But we're gonna move on to the ZV-E1, see how it looks, but what do you think so far? I'm hoping that with this one, it won't be so hard to do, or as long to do, I should say, because it's a smaller camera, but we're gonna have to see what happens. Pretty much done with this one. I'm debating if I want to add this part right here because it feels a little slippery to my liking, but I might just do it for now. Worst case scenario, I can take it off, but we're just gonna finish that last bit part because we're pretty much done with this so that you guys can see the final effect here. I'll give you some nice slow motion B-roll, even though I've made a video about how I'm not really shooting much of more than 120 frames per second really much anymore, but only for specific things. Obviously for me, it's more about shooting it with intention of like showcasing, you know, stuff. It makes sense, but other than that, it's just kind of, not that I don't have a purpose for it, but I I usually don't do much slow motion lately, so yeah. I'm gonna have to break my rule apparently so that I can showcase the last bit in a bit, but let's just get this last part put and then you guys get to see the final results. Voila. Insert B-roll. Well, what do you think about the little skins that you can add to your Sony camera bodies? And they have for other brands, but obviously for my Sonys, what do you think about them? I think it's a pretty cool little concept that you can kind of change it up, since a lot of camera bodies nowadays are just pretty much just only white or black. I know Lumix is coming out with different colors, so it's kind of cool. And that's one of the reasons kind of why I genuinely wanted to try this out, because I'm not gonna buy a new camera right now. So I just wanted to see if I can modify my current camera. If I don't like it, eventually I can take them off. Luckily, I mean, it's just something that relatively not that really bad to put on, and it's not really like a damaging thing that I can tell. And to be honest, it's just like a pretty easy way to, you know, put it on, put it off. So it just works out for what I would want, just to have a different type of color. So for now, it's something that I think is pretty cool to test out and just have along with me. I'm gonna see how well they last, but just wanted to do this video to showcase, in case you were wondering what these would look like for, you know, I guess changing up your camera if you want to have something different. I like the military green with this one, and then the Desert Storm with that one, just to change it up. So thought it would be fun to do it. But yeah, it was a little bit of a hectic process here and there, just especially with the ZV-E one compared to the A7 IV. I don't know why, but it just, you know, it was what it was. But I'm so happy with how they turned out. Hopefully you like them. Let me know in the comments down below if you would do this to your cameras, or if you just let them be how they are and be happy with what you got. But well, that's it. And then guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, share this video with a friend. I'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.